Lieutenant Governor Juliana Stratton wants to be Illinois' next U.S. Senator. Today, she became the first person to announce a campaign to replace longtime Senator Dick Durbin. Dana Rebick spoke with Stratton about the announcement.
Less than 24 hours after U.S. Senator Dick Durbin announced he would not run again, Illinois Lieutenant Governor Juliana Stratton moved to become a front-runner in what is expected to be a highly competitive campaign.
Since Donald Trump took power, it's been nonstop news, nonstop chaos, and nonstop crisis.
A new political ad from Illinois Lieutenant Governor Juliana Stratton, who announced this morning she plans to run for U.S. Senate to fill the seat held by Dick Durbin for nearly 3 decades.
He was someone that was so incredible as I got into public service and has been a real encouragement to me, and I certainly had the opportunity to chat with him and let him know what I was doing once he decided that he was stepping down.
Stratton has served as lieutenant governor for 6 years alongside Governor J.B. Pritzker.
I mean, she is truly one of the most accomplished people that's ever held the job of lieutenant governor. She's done so much as a partner in governance of the state. As you know, I think very highly of her.
Stratton, the daughter of a teacher and Navy veteran from the south side of Chicago, is a mother of 4. Prior to being elected lieutenant governor, she served 1 term in the Illinois House and says she would bring her collected experience to Washington.
And we've raised the minimum wage. We've protected the right to reproductive freedom. We have created jobs in every corner of our state. And these are the kinds of ththings that we have done for the people of Illinois.
Stratton is the first to announce a run for the U.S. Senate seat. Other names being floated include Congressman Raja Krishnamurthy and U.S. Reps Lauren Underwood and Robin Kelly. Durbin, the second-ranking Democrat on Capitol Hill, says he's not endorsing anyone just yet.
I don't have a plan to do that. Many of these folks have come forward and said if I was running, they'd support me, but now they're going to be on their own and try their best. I'm going to let the people of Illinois decide, except if it gets in some unusual, peculiar circumstance.
He has served the people of Illinois so well for almost 3 decades, and I very much am going to not take anything for granted. I'm going to work very hard. I'm going to roll up my sleeves. I'm going to get to every corner of our state and talk to as many Illinoisans as I can with hopes of earning their vote.
Stratton has formed a political action committee and back in January did say that she intended to run for Durbin's seat if he chose not to run again. Durbin, though, will serve out the rest of his term, which ends in January of 2027. In the Loop, Dana Rebick, WGN News.